From Pakistan tonight, we are joined by Tariq Azim, a former Deputy Information Minister of Pakistan. Thank you very much, Mr. Azim. Appreciate your coming on the show. And former High Commissioner to Pakistan, G. Parthasarathi is live with us tonight from New Delhi. We'll be joined by Amir Gauri from London in some time. May I begin by asking you, Mr. Azim, how is Pakistan going to handle this situation? There is so much anger, and today one has seen India and America come together like never before. Even the military strike option is not being ruled out by India. And America says it will go with whatever India does.
Well, let me first of all begin by saying that Pakistan has condemned this barbarity with full force. Both the President and the Prime Minister have condemned it, and I think the whole nation joins them in condemning it. Now, having said that, let me say this. Although I don't speak for the government, I'm in the opposition now, but let me say this. No government in Pakistan at the moment, the way things are at present, if I speak politically, economically, or almost a war-like situation that we have at borders with Afghanistan, can even afford or even contemplate taking an action like what happened in Bombay. This is bound to have serious implications for any government sitting in Islamabad. So I really cannot believe that any government would have done a silly thing like that.
But that's only your belief, sir. But at the same time, there have been changing lines. Mr. Parthasarathi, what is the option now? Nobody wants war, but the situation is such, there is so much public anger, and there is accountability of the Indian government as well to its own people.
Well, now, Mr. Azim, you know, when our parliament was attacked on December 13, 2001, we provided concrete evidence of the involvement of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. And everybody in Pakistan screamed that we were staging a blame game. Yet, on March 6, 2004, Senator Qazi, speaking in the parliament following an address by General Musharraf, said we have to acknowledge that the Jaish-e-Mohammed was responsible for the killing of thousands of innocent Kashmiris, for the attack on the Indian parliament, for the murder of American journalist Daniel Pearl, and for the assassination attempt on General Musharraf. Now, it took 4 years for Pakistan to acknowledge that, only after the Jaish-e-Mohammed turned against General Musharraf. Similarly, I would put to you that in this attack, there is incontrovertible evidence, especially with regard to the movement of these terrorists from Karachi to Mumbai, which has been confirmed by the CIA and by British intelligence, that they came from Karachi. Now, your own ambassador to the UN, Hussein Haqqani, and if I may read from what he says the Lashkar-e-Taiba has adopted a maximalist agenda for global jihad, and your ambassador to the United States is on record as saying that Lashkar-e-Taiba is backed by Saudi money and protected by Pakistani intelligence services. Now, there's no point in your saying, give us evidence. Look, we've given you a lot of evidence about Dawood Ibrahim in Karachi. And let me tell you, when I was High Commissioner, I drove past his house and I was told by my driver, who was a Pakistani, कि ये आपका दाऊद साहब का मकान है. So, you know, these games I think we should stop playing. The Lashkar-e-Taiba is an international terrorist organization. General Musharraf allowed it to start functioning under the name of Jamaat-ud-Dawa.
Right.
You have succeeded in getting the Chinese to prevent it from being declared under the new name as an international terrorist organization. But believe me, this time we are not going to give any space to anyone to start this organization.
Mr. Azim, the points...
What we will do, I would sincerely hope, is substantial diplomatic pressure. We hope Pakistan will see reason. And incidentally, you don't need evidence from us. Please read the Dawa magazine of the Lashkar-e-Taiba. Hafiz Muhammad Saeed has confessed he was involved in the attack on the Red Fort. He has confessed, given details of hundreds of jihadis whom he sent in the magazine, who he says have become shaheed on the Indian side of the line of control. What more evidence do you want?
Let Mr. Azim, number of points have been made there, and all of them are factual. The sum and substance of it, that the body of evidence that you are seeking is already there with you, and this kind of diplomatic pressure, Pakistan has not witnessed in a long time. You can't just say, We directly, these are non-state actors who we have no control over. They're operating from your territory.
Yes. Now, as you know, as he said quite rightly, Lashkar-e-Taiba and other people, there are all these organizations have been banned in Pakistan, their accounts have been frozen, but as we all know that they can mushroom elsewhere and they come up and surface somewhere else with a different name. We are going after them. We have already put in 100 what do you think we are doing at our borders?
Mr. Azim,
we are fighting these Taliban, which have got connections with a lot of these organizations, and we've got 120,000 people fighting them. We have lost 1,600 people of our own army soldiers have died fighting this very terrorism that we are talking about.
Mr. Azim, simple question to you. If you say it's not your country, which country in the world is the Lashkar operating from? Which country on the globe is the Jaish operating from? It's not a question of control. Which country are they operating from? Could you please name the country, sir?
Former High Commissioner just pointed out, now they are here, please give us evidence that this gentleman is involved in this and we'll take care of it. But please...
Arunab, the fact of the matter is, we gave evidence after 2001 and every time we give evidence to Pakistan, they just change the situation on the ground. I stand by my word. The Jamaat-ud-Dawa is responsible for this. The Jamaat-ud-Dawa has been declared an international terrorist organization by the US, the European Union, and 6 other countries. It is Pakistan which is playing games with its Chinese friends by preventing this being taken to the Security Council.
Okay,
the other point is, they don't need evidence from us. Please read what Hafiz Muhammad Saeed has written in his magazine. Why do you need evidence from us?